And I felt bad for that.
And I'm not trying to bash higher education. I loved the University of
Yes.
Michigan. It was an outstanding school. I learned a lot. But they were there just to sell me whatever I was interested in. I felt like I was going into a cafeteria and they said, "Hey, you want some hot dogs? Hey, try this food. Have you ever tried this? Here's a
Yeah.
food you've never tried before." And they opened the world to me. And they would love to, you like this and try this and try that. And pretty soon
Yeah.
we're down all these rabbit holes, none of which had anything to do with my future career. Oddly enough, what I found on the side, working in radio, turned out to be more or less my career. But it wasn't college and the courses I took. It was something I stumbled onto on campus that became a passion and a
Yeah.
purpose and gave me a life.
You know, one of the things that I can see you're telling me a bit about your history and how you got to where you are.
I'm bitter still about this.
Well, but no, the reason why I bring this up is because I tell students who don't know what they want to do, let's start with what your natural born gifts are.
Yes.
Your parents will be able to tell you, you're good at this, he's good at that, she's good at that. And then you should listen to that, whether it's your parents or your teachers, your high school teachers, or somebody who knows you, your aunt, uncle,
Right.
will tell you, you're good at this, this is what you should do because it comes naturally. So I tell them, start with what you're naturally good at.
Right.
And then from there, go get an education based on that.
Amazingly, my father and mother never sat me down and said, "What do you want to do in life, and what are you going to study, or where you're going to study?"
Yeah.
My teachers never did in high school. My counselor that I saw once never did. My professors never did. Nobody ever asked me that question until I graduated, and I did what I suspect many do, particularly if you go to a really good school and you get really good grades. I just thought I'd keep going and do something. I don't want to go out in the real world. I went to law school by default, not because I was interested in law school,
Yeah.
just because it seems safe. I'll stay in school. I'll get a master's. I'll do something else.
Yeah.
One of my relatives is just doing this. Not my relatives, but she's
Yeah,
related to me
yeah.
through marriage here. And she graduated from UC Irvine, and she is not done anything with it. And now she's thinking about going back to get a master's. And I said,
Yeah.
I know exactly why, because school was easy. School was fun.
Yes, yes.
Let's just stay in school.
And I brought up mental health a little bit ago, is because you factor in all of that, and then it starts to sink in, and then the depression sinks
Yeah.
in, and then the anxiety sinks in.
Particularly if you got 100 grand or 200
In
grand, you got to pay
debt,
off.
yes. And then, yeah. So that's why what we do is we pair students up with mentors who have been there, done that. And like I brought you up earlier, pair you up with a student who wants to do this, and you would lead them. And then at the same time, they're like, what kind of class should I take? And you're like, no, don't take that class.
Yeah.
This is what you need. You should take 2 business law classes